Hey, what's up guys? I have a RU battle against Mulvone19 from his stream, and this was right after he kind of smashed me in a UU battle. It was mostly because I didn't have anything to really make a team with. I just kind of saved like 20 pokes, and I just made a horrible team out of them. So regardless of that, we're gonna start off. I'm gonna start off with Galvantula. He's gonna start off with Moltres, and I'm pretty sure his Moltres is scarfed, so I do not want to stay in on it because my Galvantula will just get fried by a fire blast. So I'm going to switch into my Feraligatr, which actually he switched into his Rhydon, so that pretty much ended up well for me. But obviously he's not going to stay in on the Feraligatr, predicting the waterfall, so I'm going to go straight for the Ice Punch, which does a lot to the Superior. Almost takes it out. If it had Sheer Force, it would definitely take it out, but unfortunately for me, Sheer Force is unreleased, and it's recommended that you don't use it, but you know, some people don't care. So I'm switching to Amoonguss on his Superior. Go for the Spore, which is extremely obvious, so he goes for the sub just to block that Spore. Good play on his part, pretty obvious play on my part. So he's gonna go for a Calm Mind. I'm gonna switch into Primeape just to go for a U-turn and break his sub as he keeps on Calm Minding, and just switch out to my Galvantula, tank a Giga Drain, and take him out. At least that was what my plan was. But I switch in my Galvantula. He goes for the Giga Drain, and he gets a crit. So it one-hit KOs my Galvantula, and I die. So that did not end up very well for me. Now what I was planning on doing was switching into Galvantula. He goes for the Giga Drain, then he goes for the HP Rock, and I switch in my Primeape on the HP Rock. But you know, that didn't really work out how I'd planned. So I'm going to get a U-turn off to get all that damage off, switch into Amoonguss to tank the Giga Drain pretty well, and I'm going to switch it out for Primeape again as he goes for the Hidden Power Rock. So that ends up pretty well. I end up to at least scaring the Superior out, which is very good. Because that thing could have swept my team if it set up enough. So for some reason I decided to go for the Ice Punch, which didn't really make sense because it's based off the damage that I did before. U-turn probably would have killed, and he goes for the Fire Blast as I switch in to Feraligatr, which is good switch on my part because it tanks it pretty well, and I could either set up for Sword Dance or predict a switch and go to Dusknoir, which is exactly what I do. Fearing the Will-O-Wisp, he's gonna switch back into Moltres, but I do not carry the Will-O-Wisp because I am a sub-punch Dusknoir, which is very good. I love using sub-punch Dusknoir. It works pretty well for me. So on his Fire Blast, I go for the Sucker Punch. Does a decent amount of damage, enough that I can take him out with 3. It would be a 3-hit KO. But I predict him to switch, not wanting to lose his Moltres, which unfortunately for me does not happen. He decided not to switch and just sack it, I guess. Too ballsy of a play on my part. But yeah, he misses this Fire Blast, which is kind of justice for the crit on Galvantula, but not really, because that crit was absolutely huge. It happens though. You just have to embrace the hacks, right? He has his my Kabutops, that's what it is, out here, and I thought I could wall it pretty well with Amoonguss, but apparently not, because that Stone Edge does a lot, and that kind of shows me that he is banded. So I'm going to switch out into my Sand Slash and take the Stone Edge pretty well, and that only does like not even a fourth. It barely does anything. So he's not wanting to stay in because he is locked in on Stone Edge, and I'm gonna go for the EQ because I wanted to take it out. I thought I was still kind of thinking that he may be like Focus Sash or something. So I was just going for the safe play and Earthquake just in case he was actually Focus Sash. But he predicted pretty well and predicted me to go out into something. I can't remember what he was predicting me to go out into, but whatever. He sends in his Durant, and I'm gonna go into Dusknoir because Durant can't touch Dusknoir that much, I guess. Dusknoir does have pretty admirable defense. For some reason I went for the Sucker Punch here though, and that was really weird because I could have just taken the Rock Slide and gone for the Pain Split and probably ended up a lot better. I may have even been able to kill off the Durant. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So my Dusknoir ends up dying. Doesn't end up too bad for me either way, just because I can revenge it with Primate pretty easily. Just go for the close combat. It's dead automatically. And yeah. So I have Primate in here. -1. I obviously do not want to stay in on the Rhydon because I can't really take an Earthquake very well if at all. So I'm going to send in my Sandslash because I know my Sandslash can take whatever it has to throw at me once again, as he's going into his Kabutops. Now I go for the knockoff here. Probably shouldn't have done that. Didn't really. It was kind of, I guess, I don't know. I just wanted the Eviolite to get off the Rhydon, which would have helped me a lot. So I'm going to send in a Moongus, kind of as death fodder. I was hoping it would wall it a little bit better, but it turns out it didn't. So I'm going to send in my Primate once again to kind of revenge it, as he's going to send in the Rhydon. And this is why I wanted to knock off the Eviolite on the Rhydon, because with the Eviolite, Ghost Combat from a Primate does not even do half, which really sucks for me because now I can't 2-hit KO it, and Rhydon is a huge threat to my team. So he goes for the Earthquake as I switch in for Alligator, kind of his death fodder. And I'm free to go for the Ice Punch, predicting the Superior switch again. And now his Superior is down, which is also another big threat. So that's pretty good for me. So he's gonna send in his Rhyhorn as I send in my Sandslash. I really should have predicted this other than going for the knockoff again and just switch straight for Primate. That could have been a game changer. It was pretty obvious play, but I didn't predict it and it happened. So I'm going to switch into Primate because I'm pretty sure I can take an Ice Beam, because they don't usually run special attack investment on them. So I'm going to go for the close combat. Oh wait, no, I'm going to go for the U-turn. Oh yeah. So I go for the U-turn, knowing that he's going to switch out. And now I have my Sandslash out, and I go for the Earthquake. Just because maybe he would over-predict or something. Maybe he just would decide to sack it. I don't really know. So maybe he's predicting me to switch out here, but I just want to play it safe. At this point, I know I'm pretty much going to lose after that play, that I didn't double switch into Primate. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose at this point. So he goes for the Ice Beam, easily takes out my Sandslash, and I know that I'll be able to take out one more of his Pokemon, if his because his Kabutops probably has Aqua Jet, because it is banded. So at this point it's pretty much game. He's gonna go for the Aqua Jet and I'm gonna die. So good game, Mulvone. Like to have some more battles in the future. So guys, just remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, guys.